Yo, thank you very much. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be around the world. My name is SuperSonic. I am a classic Sonic speedrunner, and I got the awesome Marforia here with me on commentary. How's it going, Mar?
It's going great. Thank you so much for having me here today. I used to run Sonic 3 and Knuckles, beat the game with Sonic glitchless. So I'm a huge fan of Sonic speedruns. So and Sonic 3 and Knuckles is my favorite 2D platformer. So yes, thank you so much for having me here today.
Yeah, of course, gotta have the awesome manatee with us here. Last time I did a BTH run for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, we did the regular glitched run, but this time we're gonna be throwing in all the emeralds. Not one, not two, not seven, but 14 emeralds in total. So we're
Woo!
gonna try to get hypersonic in this run, as well as show off the Doomsday Zone that we hardly ever see in regular runs. So without further ado, we will get started in three, two, one. Let's go.
Hooray, Angel
All right.
Island. Let's go.
Yep. I mean, yeah, we're supersonic already, but unfortunately, we're just gonna get it punched out of us right here. Well, not really punched, but like rolled into it, I guess.
And he takes all the emeralds. Oh no.
And now it's our job to get them all back somehow. All right. So first things first, we're gonna go into our first big ring right away. And then here we have blue spheres. I'm not sure like if anybody likes the blue sphere special stages or the half pipe special stages from Sonic 2, or if you're crazy enough to like the rotating special stages from Sonic 1. I mean, that's also there too. But personally, for me, I do like these special stages a lot. There's actually some pretty interesting tech as well. Like sometimes you'll notice that if I try to, connect the spheres in a certain way, there's like a interesting glitch where it'll actually make all the spheres around it into rings. So you're going to be seeing that quite a bit in this run. But for the most part, we try to keep it as optimal as possible, like with less spins and things of that nature. So just going to try to get all the emeralds that way.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
there's the
go.
first one. Emerald number 1 out of 14.
Yeah, I love these special stages, and what's really funny, I really love the special stages in Sonic 3D Blast for the PC, because it's like that big half pipe, and then the emerald at the end is like humongous.
Yeah, it's like a giant gusher or something like that.
Yeah, we love our gushers.
Yep. Like they look really silly too, like how huge they are. And then I think I remember in Sonic 4 Episode 2, I think they have like the half pipe special stages in that game, and the emeralds are pretty much around the same size as the emeralds from the PC version of 3D Blast.
Oh wow.
They're pretty huge, and like Sonic is like holding it in his palm, and it's like as big as his head. Oh, here we go in the second special stage here. So you'll kind of see me that I'll be grabbing all the spheres in some of these like rectangular shapes. That's mostly to not have to grab any rings, but sometimes I'll have to like connect them and you'll get a ring anyway. But there's like probably one frame that you can do to avoid that, but it's like ridiculous. So like we just end up grabbing that ring and like whenever we connect it. And you'll kind of notice here that I'm jumping over the red spheres. That's because the hitboxes are very tiny for the red spheres. So it may look like I'm running into them, but I'm really not.
Yeah, I remember
And
figuring that out as a kid, and I was blown away.
It's honestly giving me anxiety watching you jump through them. I never could do that as a child. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, you think that's terrifying? Wait till you see Special Stage 3.
Oh yeah.
That- That's where it gets really wild. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and head over to the first act boss here. Oh, whoops, I tried to get a jump there, didn't quite get it, but that's okay. So you'll kind of notice that I'm spin dashing a lot. That is pretty much your main form of movement, like in terms of just glitchless. And because like Sonic can do like 6 revs for a spin dash, and that's actually his maximum speed that you can get. Then there sometimes we'll do like a 3-tap spin dash, a 2-tap spin dash, so on and so forth. So up to 6 taps is what we do. So sometimes you kind of hear me say, "Oh, I'm doing a 6-tap spin dash here. I'm doing a 3-tap spin dash here." That's pretty much what it means that we're trying to go for. Okay, so special stage 3, there's gonna be one part where I will be quiet for. I gotta do this in a specific way, so you kind of notice I'm not really doing the hold square there. So like I'm just grabbing like a few of them, then I'm trying to make like an R shape sort of, and then it just turns into rings. And grab this here. Also trying to like avoid the bumpers sometimes too, because they have bigger hitboxes than the red spheres do. Okay, this is the part where I need to be quiet for. Okay, there we go. We're in the clear.
Wow, yeah, no, that
Yeah,
was
wow.
absolutely bonkers because I know as a kid, you know, not just as a kid, but just playing that and going backwards, it's kind of it kind of throws you off. And you're just like, oh no, I gotta straighten myself out again. But no, you killed that. That was awesome.
Yeah, and especially because you can't really see much from the bottom of the screen either. So I'm just
No,
trying to like memorize where the spheres are in that instance.
yeah, no, you did great. That was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, that's like one of the, I would say, 3 special stages that I'm kind of worried about. So at least we got one out of the way. There's still 2 more where I got to move backwards sometimes. But we'll see those pretty soon. But in the
So you see
meantime,
the
we're Yep,
oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna say, so you see the different shields that Sonic uses. So the bubble shield that he used earlier. Each of the different shields kind of have like a different tech you can use with them, and the lightning shield is pretty great because you get to do those double jumps.
Yeah, I actually messed up that jump there. I tried to go for like a really like straightforward jump into the special stage ring, but I jumped a little too early, so I ended up like missing the platform altogether. But that's okay. I mean, we'll just end up getting the backup with the fire shield, which we haven't really seen yet either. So we got this Coca-Cola special stage here.
Oh, that's a great name for it.
Yeah, I try to go by the colors of it. So I'm like, oh, this one's Coca-Cola. Although technically, like the first 7 special stages are based off of the Sonic 3 levels. Yeah, give me a second. Okay, there we go.
Wow. Wow. And this is
Yeah, there
such a
was
great color too.
yeah, there was a lot of spheres in that one. It's kind of like a plus shape, but you only have to like complete like one part of it, and then it just turns everything else into rings.
Yeah, I used to have difficulty with that because I thought it was kind of like your normal square, and then I just kept running into red spheres or wasn't changing into the rings, and I'm like, what shape is this? This is clearly not something, this is clearly not a traditional shape here.
Yeah, that one's definitely a confusing one for sure. Okay, so this is where we have a tiny bit of an auto scroller here, so get to chill for a tiny bit. All right, so we got, let's see. So we're not going to be seeing Knuckles here in this level because we will be doing a reset, which we call it a cutscene skip. So it saves about 5 seconds over the course of the run. So once we finish up Act 1 here and we hear like the register jingle or whatever it is, then we could reset the console because the zone counter will go up by 1 each time, like after an Act 2. If we do that in Act 1, it's actually not the same because the game will still treat it as if we're still in that zone. So we just got to make sure that we wait out the entire score countdown here before we reset. So I'm going to wait for this capsule to get a little closer because I don't have the lightning shield for this. And there we go. That's Angel Island.
Awesome. That was really great.
Yeah. All right, so then we do the reset, and then we're going to go back into our file here, which will take us to Hydro City.
And you totally don't get anxiety from levels like this if you're in the water too long.
Yeah, I think we're only going to hear the drowning music just once.
Yeah.
Here, set up a spin dash and a spin dash off the spikes here. Yeah, we shouldn't hear the drowning music. Nope, we don't hear it here. Okay, just gonna do a bit of a quick turnaround to get the path swapper. Gonna do a little bit of a moonwalk or a moon run, I guess, to kind of slow down just a tad so we can land on that platform there. That's not enough speed. Oops. Normally can actually make it up on that ledge, but I didn't have a fast enough spin dash there. All right, let's go to number 5.
More backwards movement. That's so bonkers.
Okay, I almost ran into that red sphere, but there we go. And then we're gonna go this way here. And then we're just gonna make a funny shape just to grab these, and then we're just gonna go around here. And then we're gonna jump over here, grab these two, and then just kind of go around this way, and then go over here to get the last bit, and then we're done with this one.
So the reason you don't collect the rings is so the ring bonus doesn't count down, correct?
That is correct, yeah. We don't want to have like too many points in our ring count. Otherwise it'll just take maybe like a second or two for it to get through.
Totally makes sense. Nice.
Yeah. All right, now we got the boss fight coming up here. You can actually get 5 hits on that, but usually the 5th hit is kind of tricky. And we'll just get him off screen. There we go.
When you first played this game, did you ever hit that sign as much as you could until you kept getting like little bonuses and extra points and stuff like that?
Yeah, I did that.
All the time.
Yep, totally did that. But in the speedrun, that is slow, so we don't actually go
Yeah.
for it.
No fun allowed.
No fun allowed. So that is intentional. Let's go here. There we go. Okay, got the spin dash there. I'm gonna wait for a tunnel. There it is. And we're at the boss fight.
Wow.
Four, 5, 6. And yeah, there's Hydra City.
Nice.
Yeah, so what I did there, that is called a level wrap or a horizontal underflow glitch. That's basically like a zip, and it pretty much puts Sonic on all the way to the end on the right side of the screen. So the camera's trying to catch up to him. But while the camera is trying to catch up to him, like all the objects are actually unloaded. So there are no like hitboxes in them. So Sonic can actually phase through those. And we call those object phase. And so like you'll be seeing that quite a bit here. It's like this one, for example, this is a screen wrap. So screen wrap only works for levels that are infinitely vertical. So like Marble Garden, and then we're gonna see that in Ice Cap, Sandopolis, and I think Sky Sanctuary is the last one. So like these zones are pretty tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say these levels are so big.
Yep. So now I'm just I basically went through the oil that's up there to get down to this area. I'm going to be doing that again to clip inside a spring. And I'm going to try to get pushed into the wall. Oh, whoops, I jumped out of it. Let me see. Let's get this guy out of the way first. Should be back inside there again. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, this one can be kind of finicky because you need to spin dash and then jump immediately on the next frame to clip inside the wall. And right now this spring is not being too kind. There we go.
Nice. Good recovery.
Yeah, that one takes a bit. I'm gonna do another screen wrap here. And there are visual cues for a lot of this stuff too. So you can actually pause buffer for a lot of these just to kind of catch the frame that you need to move on. But I've been doing this long enough, so I'm kind of seeing where the frames are. Although there will be some instances where I kind of have to pause for it. But
So how long have you been speedrunning Sonic? Because I know you are a Mario speedrunner as well.
So I started speedrunning in general in 2016, and it was with Mario. I started speedrunning Sonic in 2017, but my first Sonic game was Sonic 2. I didn't run Sonic and 3 and Knuckles until 2018, and this is like my main speed game now.
Yeah, it's such a great game.
Okay, so I'm actually eyeballing that gray block, which is right here. Gonna crouch down to pan the camera and then do like a quick right left, and then we're grabbing onto Tails.
Yeah, because
Save us, Tails.
I was gonna say, because you beat at the Act 2 boss right there.
Yep. And you see that we're going into Act 2, but we're only there for like 3 seconds. And we're in Carnival Night right now. So this is where the thing that I mentioned earlier with the file select screen. So technically, the game still treats it as if I'm in Marble Garden right now because we did not technically finish Marble Garden Act 2. So I need to make sure that I complete Carnival Night in its entirety. Otherwise, if I end up messing up anywhere in Carnival Night, that's going to take me back to Marble Garden, which will be a huge time loss.
Act 1?
Act 1, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because like when you go into the file select screen, it'll always take you to the Act 1 of that zone. Like, it doesn't take you to Act 2.
Right.
All right, so now we're gonna land on this. So I have a thing called wheel glitch. Basically, I had Sonic's head touch the wheel like earlier, and it just gives him this weird property to where I'll just like drop down and really fast. The only drawback is I cannot jump. But the only way I can jump is if I'm on an object, like the Barrel of Doom. Like we can actually jump off of those. But on solid ground, if I end up jumping, then I will lose the glitch completely. And I need to carry this glitch into Act 2. So that way I can get to the boss fight faster. So I'm sure a lot of us were pretty much haunted with the Barrel of Doom in the past.
Oh my god, I gave up so many times as a kid. I don't think I actually beat Sonic 3 and Knuckles until I was like in high school, because I first played this game when I was like 7 or 8. And then when the Sonic Mega Collection came out, I think I like, because I got there by accident at the Barrel of Doom, because I saw Tails go underneath. I'm like, how did he do that? And then I was just like, oh, I see. So
Yeah, I think so I got Sonic 3 like when I was 7, and I couldn't beat Carnival Night Zone either, but I remember a long time ago they had like those bubblegum boxes with like Sonic 3, and then they had like one with Sonic Triple Trouble, and inside the box they had the level select code for Sonic 3. 6, 7. And then like that's how I learned how to do the level select code. And I managed to beat the game that way.
oh wow.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're at the boss fight here. So we completely skipped the Barrel of Doom.
Oh great, perfect. Save us all the anxiety.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. All right, so we finished Act 2, so I gotta wait for the time bonus to count down to 0, and then I'll be resetting the console, and that'll take us over to Ice Cap.
The music in Ice Cap is so great.
Oh yeah, it's like one of my favorites. Here we go. Now we get to chill and listen to the music.
And Sonic is indeed the only one who starts off like this. With Tails and Knuckles, they just kind of start at the beginning. But Sonic, we get to see his cool snowboarding skills.
Yeah, there's actually a really funny glitch in the Sonic 3 by itself with Tails. The way how he starts the level, like he'll just kind of crash into a wall or something like that. But if you try to go down the slides, he'll just instantly perish. And like we have no idea why that happens. So you have to like do that once. I think there's like the big ring corridors you have to go into in order to prevent that from happening. So yeah, it's definitely a weird glitch that happens, but luckily the Tazers and all that were able to figure that out. So
nice. Yeah, so doing all those level wraps, you didn't get a single emerald, like no bonus stages, even though we saw you pass a couple big rings. So could you do those wraps into the big rings, or does that just mess up everything?
that would actually mess up things. So like in this case, and there is another glitch I got to do in Ice Cap. I have to make sure that I have to re-enter the corridor where the big ring is. That way it'll actually set the RAM address to make sure that I'm able to get slope glitch right away. It's kind of weird how that happens, but there's gonna be like another big ring we're gonna grab right after this one. So it's thankfully it's like pretty much near each other.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like this special stage here, I call it the Crystal Pepsi stage, or if any of us in the 90s remember Zima.
Oh my god. Holy. I think I brought that up in chat like one time recently, and people were like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so old."
Shout outs to
Yeah.
Zima.
And we all withered to dust.
Yeah, like I mentioned that too. Like with my chat, I was like, "Wait, what's Zima?" I'm like, "Oh, it's a, it's an alcoholic drink from the 90s."
Yeah,
know.
I remember, you know, because I was young, but I asked my dad if I could try it, and he's just like, "You won't like it." And I mean, it's not like we all liked that stuff as a kid, anyways, but it just
Yeah.
tasted like nothing.
I thought it was soda. I didn't realize it was like an alcoholic drink. when I was
Yeah,
younger.
because it looks like Sprite.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't its thing that it was a non-alcoholic alcoholic drink or something, or was it alcoholic?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I
That is a good
remember, I think there
question.
was like a Mad TV or an SNL skit all about Zima back then too.
Oh my god. Also, by the way, I love your soda references for the special stages.
Oh yeah, like wait till you see the and Knuckles half of it. Actually, I personally think the and Knuckles like special stages have uglier color palettes, but we'll see one in particular that's really ugly. But all right, so now I'm gonna go back in here. That's to set up my RAM address to make sure I get slope glitch here. There we go. That's slope glitch. So slope glitch essentially is we can technically stand in the air and we're just like going in a diagonal. So I got to keep an eye on a penguin here. That's it. There we go. All right, heard the spring, so now I'm in Knuckles' corridor here. And then we're gonna try to skip the boss entirely. Let's see if we can get it here. Okay, jump here, and then I'm gonna be holding right. Okay, so now we're in the loop back area, which is technically called out of bounds. So there's just a bunch of extra gibberish here. You know, because like the game devs are like, oh, you know, we're just gonna add some extra into it just in case. You know, like the cutoff is not proper. And then we see Sonic, you know, kind of moving diagonally. That's totally normal, because that's what hedgehogs do apparently.
At least in this game, they do.
Yeah. All right, so now we have launch base here. So yeah, just like in Carnival Night, you know, technically we're still in Ice Cap on our file select screen. So if I end up messing up launch base, thankfully I did make a backup save. So in case I do fail this trick here. So we gotta essentially fly the birdie up to this elevator. Set up a spin dash inside the elevator here. Let me see if I can get this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a frame early. Yep, I messed up. Okay, this is where the backup comes in. So I got soft locked inside that wall, and as you can see here on that file, it put me at Ice Cap, but we do have backup right here.
Yeah, we love our backup saves.
Yeah. So we'll just have to use this file for the remainder of the run, which is fine. Yeah, that jump is a little tricky because you have like I want to say it's either a 2-frame window or 1-frame window to get that jump. Otherwise, like, yeah, you just get soft lock completely. But it is actually possible to get it like 1 frame early, which is the frame that I got, but I didn't quite get the jump right away. So let's see if we can do it again here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another frame early jump. Yeah, launch base can be that way because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get over to Knuckles' boss fight. And there's actually a really interesting thing that can happen in this level in particular. Because obviously Sonic cannot access Knuckles' boss fights in a lot of these stages, so we're just kind of glitching our way into them. So let's see if third time's a charm.
3 is a great number, so I have
It
faith.
sure is. All right, birdie. Yeah, this bird is actually called a flybot, so so
Those
there's
gave me
that.
anxiety too.
1, 2, 3, 4. Gosh, I got that same exact frame 3 times in a row.
That's okay. Again, our backup saves for events are always such a godsend.
Oh yeah, for sure. And thankfully, like this is the first Sonic game that actually had save files, because like Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 didn't.
Nope, you were designed to beat those in one go.
Yep. And Sonic 1, honestly, like casually, is the hardest out of the 3.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see. Can I move say it first? Yeah, at least I'm getting the spin dash inside the elevator here, which is good. It's just the rest of it that I need to get here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's 2 frames only that time. Jeez. I think I'm doing that last pause really fast. I need to like time it a little better.
So it's
All right, hope you like
interesting.
launch base.
Oh no, I mean, this is totally fine. It gives us a little bit more time to yap.
Yeah, for sure. And actually, why don't we talk about what we're raising money for today?
Absolutely. So we are raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And in fact, we did have a $10 donation come in from a rap boy that said, gotta go fast for a great cause. And then I did mention prizes that you could be donating to, but I didn't say what those prizes were. So why don't we talk about those prizes just real quick? Scroll too far in the sheet. Give me a second. So we have Devil May Cry figures featuring Dante and Trish for a minimum donation of $10. We have a Chester Bennington painting for a minimum of $10. Pokemon card bundle for $15. A Sonic the Hedgehog Squishmallow for $10, and a gigantic Switch 2 bundle for just a minimum donation of $100. In total, either all at once or in total throughout the whole marathon. So
Those are
get
some great
those
prizes.
donations in.
Especially that Switch 2 bundle. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Not
And
gonna lie, I
good
kind of
job
want that
on
Sonic Squishmallow.
I mean, that was in honor of the Sonic block. Good job getting through Launch Base Act 1. Oh, and 2.
Yeah, we call this Peacock. So.
I was about to say he looks like a peacock.
Yeah. So what we did there is like we went to Knuckles' boss fight and we took out one of them in Act 1. So I did that specifically at the 1-minute IGT range. And that way the swinging arm on the second one won't kill me. Or sorry, won't destroy me. That way once it gets on to Act 2, we can just destroy the boss and then it'll say, oh, we beat the level in like a second, basically. So. And now here we are in Hidden Palace, although we're not technically like in the actual zone, but our Chaos Emeralds are going to turn into Super Emeralds. Although like Dragon Ball style, we just got to, bring them back to life.
And these
Alright.
Super Emerald stages are the Sonic and Knuckles stages.
Yes. And they're a lot tougher as well. This is probably the hardest one out of all of them, and we do this one first. So this color palette kind of reminds me of, I want to say cotton candy of some sort.
Oh, same here.
At least I'm not the only one that thinks that. Oh, I jumped really late on that one. That's okay. I do have a backup ring I can grab, so.
There's a lot of these big rings here in Mushroom Hill, so that's great as well.
Yeah, so now that our Chaos Emeralds are not with us anymore, we won't be able to turn super at all. So even though it technically has it on the file select screen, but yeah, even if you grab like 50 rings and you try to like press the jump button twice, it's not going to turn super because of we have to try to grab them from Hidden Palace. Okay, so our second emerald is going to be it's going to be down here, or a big ring rather. All right, let's try this one again. Okay, jump here. And this is also one of the special stages where I got to move backwards. So,
Oh, yeah, we
and
saw.
yeah,
That's bonkers.
yeah. Thankfully, that's the. I think this is the only special stage where we got to move backwards in this half. So, we'll try to do this one a little more properly here. There we go. That's better.
Wow. Yeah, because you can barely see the spheres when you go backwards like that. You probably have like a couple frames to see them.
Yeah, so pretty much what I do in that instance, like either in my head or out loud, I will be counting like the amount of red spheres that are passing by, and that'll just kind of give me an indication of when I need to turn to grab that blue sphere that is coming up. All right, so we got the hardest special stage out of the way. The rest of them should be more manageable.
Yeah, it's
And our
really
next
good with the. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's good with when you go here to the Super Emeralds here in Hidden Palace, because if you saw earlier, if you fail an attempt, you can just go and try it again. But if you do this normally with just the regular Chaos Emeralds, it just cycles through the stages. You can't just it doesn't have you retry the one that you failed. It just kind of moves on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly. All right. This special stage here. Oh, no. Ah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that is a second messed up emerald here. So our next backup emerald is gonna be, I think in Flying Battery, it's 1 or 2. I gotta figure that one out. We'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
That one's usually not that bad, but I just kind of miscalculated the jump there. Here, at least the next one here. So technically we would have grabbed our 4th one here. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, this one is like the, I want to say lemon lime or something.
I
Okay,
was thinking Mountain Dew or something.
Mountain Dew works too, actually. So those yellow springs are not having it with me today. Let's just do it this way. There we go. Okay. So we'll just act like we'll grab that one and then just go here. Because what I'm trying to do is you have like 1 frame of leeway to turn while you're like on a sphere. So that's what you kind of notice where if I'm on a red sphere or something, it looked like I should have clearly lost the run there or like the special stage there. But technically what it's doing is it's giving me a buffer to be able to turn. So it doesn't like essentially have the hitbox active while I'm standing on it or if I'm like running into it.
There you go.
I don't remember like how many frames it is for me to turn, but yeah, at least we got that one down. So yeah, those are the 2 annoying special stages, like in the and Knuckles half.
And there are big rings in Mushroom Hill Act 2, but are you doing another level wrap here to skip that?
No, so for the special stages that we got to get in the and Knuckles half, we technically got to play through Mushroom Hill glitchless because that's where like all the big rings are. And Sonic can actually access 8 of those big rings in Mushroom Hill in both Act 1 and 2. So since we did miss 2 of them, we will be able to get at least 6 here. And then the 7th one, we'll have to get it probably either in Flying Battery 1 or 2 as my backup. I think I might have to grab it in Flying Battery 2. I think that might be easier.
Gotcha.
All right, so here we see Knuckles. I'm sure you kind of notice it, but Knuckles is actually wearing yellow socks instead of green socks.
Yeah, that always bothered me.
Yeah, he also is a different shade of red too. It's kind of more of like a fuchsia color, maybe.
Oh,
It's Knuckles'
okay.
evil twin.
Yeah, it's like his brainwashed color or something like that.
It's almost like his super form. Almost.
Almost. I mean, technically, he did snag the Chaos Emeralds from us, so he technically could have gone super this whole time, but he didn't. So.
Good theory.
All right, what does this color palette remind you of, Mar?
I'm thinking maybe like grape soda or something like that. Even though maybe not the green part, but you know how they have like grape flavored Mountain Dew, so maybe that. On the theme with
Yeah.
Mountain Dew today, can you tell?
Yeah, I mean, that could definitely work. For me, it's like completely different. It actually reminds me of like Aquafresh toothpaste.
Oh my god. We go from soda to toothpaste now. I mean, you had the cotton candy, which was fine because that was still food related, but you know, now we got now we got toothpaste.
That's probably the only toothpaste one that we're gonna see.
He was
Do
setting
they
you up to
still
say something sugary, and then hit you with the toothpaste reference.
do they still make that toothpaste?
I don't know actually. I'm sure they do.
Yeah, because I'm a Crest girly.
Yeah, I usually use Sensodyne, I think.
Okay.
And I think when I go to travel, I use Crest.
Yeah.
Okay, this special stage here. This one, there aren't any like connected spheres or anything like that. It's just like we just gotta follow the trail basically in this one. So also this color palette too. I don't know what this would be food related actually.
Actually, as a kid, I was always reminded of like butterscotch candy or like some sort of like caramel candy.
Yeah, I thought
Oh.
Butterfinger right away.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, Butterfinger. Oh my god, I didn't think about that this whole time.
This is why they pay me top dollar to be here.
There we go. We're glad to have you here.
He's sponsored by Butterfingers here. Don't let him fool you.
I'm here for Big Butterfinger.
They better not lay a finger on their Butterfinger.
Do y'all remember the
You
Butterfinger
can't say that it's
BBs?
copyrighted.
Oh god.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, the Butterfinger BBs? Yeah, I remember those.
Those were so good.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big fan of like the Butterfinger crisp as well. It was just like crispy wafers with the Butterfinger cream. I don't think they make those anymore, but it was pretty tasty.
Oh, I don't think I've seen those before.
Yeah, I think it was like mid 2000s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have remembered it then, but I guess I don't. All right, now we're heading into probably the most disgusting color palette.
Oh god. I forgot about this one.
I'm trying to remember what Sound Defense told, or I remember he was doing this run. I think it was either at SGDQ or something. It had something to do with Barney. That's all I know. That's all I know. And I'm like, I do not want to know any further. Thank you. Because like I'm not sure what that ugly green would represent really. But thankfully, this special stage is pretty straightforward, so we don't have to see it for very much longer.
Yeah.
There we go. We're done with that one.
Nice.
Okay, so that is Super Emerald number 5. So we got 2 more to grab. 1 more in Mushroom Hill since we did mess up the 2 of the rings. And then we should be able to get that last one. Luckily, the next 2 are fairly simple. Okay, so now back here, we're just gonna head on this way. Also, the really cool thing about Mushroom Hill in general is like the way how the season changes in the level.
Yeah, I remember when I first played this, I was like, wow, everything's just changing color. Like, what's going on? Is something wrong
Yeah.
with my computer?
It's like, nope, everything is completely fine. All right, this special stage, if I do it correctly, is very short. This is probably the shortest special stages out of all of them. This orange cream soda special stage.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Special stage 3 kind of has a similar color palette. I think I call that one Sunkissed, but I guess it can kind of go either way, Sunkissed or some cream soda. And yeah, that's a special stage right there.
That's a quick one. It's normally like when you go through this without picking your own stage, this is normally like special stage 2, right?
Yes.
I think, yeah.
So like this emerald layout here, it's basically the same as the Sonic 3 layout, like the way how they follow like special stages 1 through 7. It's the same exact thing.
Gotcha. And then you're saving the green for last, huh?
Yep. The reason why we do that is because if we end up grabbing the last emerald anywhere else, the camera is going to pan over to the center. And then it'll just say, oh, now Sonic can be hypersonic or something. So that's why you grab the green emerald last, so the camera stays in place. Oh, there we go. I thought I had like all the hits already. There we go. So that is Mushroom Hill. And right after this, we're going to be doing another cutscene skip, and then we're going to go into Flying Battery.
You mean you don't want to watch the airplane fly over for like 30 seconds?
You know, I would love to, but that is very slow. I went on the wrong file.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait a second. Back to Sonic 3, folks.
I was like, whoops, wrong one. This is the one right here. I totally forgot. It's just instinct. Like, I'm just going into the first one.
Right.
And this right here, this is as intended. It's by design and it's intended.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it looks like Sonic is staring into your soul. There's actually 2 different frames that you can get. It's this one and there's like another one too. If you do this as Knuckles, it's actually a lot more sillier with him.
Oh goodness.
One of his frames is actually pretty suggestive. So, and then Tails is just, you know, being cute. So, and yeah, just like that, we're at the boss fight already. We like to call this guy Mr. Tickles. Because, you know, he has those arms and he's trying to, you know, go after us.
So sometimes his other arm tries to get you too. So is there something you're doing to get him to avoid doing that?
Yeah, so once I see like his eyes flash like that, I'm basically moving out of the way as soon as possible, so that way the other arm doesn't kind of go into play. Or I'm just kind of looking at what arm is moving, and then I'll just go to the direction of that arm just to make the other one not move.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how that happens. Okay, so with slow glitch, we're gonna go up here. 1, 2, 3. And then we're just kind of walking in the air for a little bit. And then this will be en route to our hopefully final special stage. So we'll just intentionally lose the lightning shield here because we don't really need it at this point. And then the last ring is in here. All right, and now we got the Sprite, 7-Up, Starry, Sierra Mist.
Oh, I've always been a Sprite girly, but
Sprite.
I don't think they make Sierra Mist anymore. I think it's called like what, Starry or something like that.
Yeah, it's Starry now.
Yeah, Starry, that's it. Yeah, I remember Sierra Mist.
That's the Pepsi Sprite.
Yeah, that's right. I remember learning about that because I used to work at a gas station, and I also worked in the office within the gas station industry, and I would learn about the vendors, like how they have different sodas. Like, you know, they have the Pepsi company, and then they have like the Coca-Cola company and things like that.
And Dr. Pepper.
And Dr. Pepper, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually used to work at a Sonic, so yeah, I know all about my my drinks.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, when I used to work there, and you wear a visor, I had a little like Sonic the Hedgehog pin on my visor, and I'm just like, I hope someone notices this.
Oh, that's really cool.
So now we
All
got
right.
all the super emeralds.
Yep, so we can now become hypersonic, and also I just want to give a quick warning out there. Whenever I'm in transform into hypersonic, he has that air dash. That air dash does flash white for like a couple frames, so if anybody's like, you know, what is that term called? Epileptic or something?
Photosensitive.
Photosensitive, there you go, thank you. Yeah, feel free to look away whenever that happens. And here we have some glitched out clouds with some clear skies, and please be sure to put on some headgear to avoid any debris falling on your head. The weather will clear up in just a few seconds, more at 11. Yeah, so what I did there, I did a laser skip. So I was talking about the object phasing earlier on. So the laser is technically an object. So I had it off screen for a little bit, and I did a 6-tap spin dash. And then I also did like another, actually, no, it was like was it a 6-tap or a 9-tap? I think it was a 9-tap that I did. And it gave me enough speed to get past that. Also, I just wanted to spin dash into the spikes to get rid of my rings, but that's okay. Yeah, that's flying battery.
Nice. Now, what always blew my mind as a kid is when you come here as Knuckles, you don't get the Robotnik. You actually still get regular Robotnik here, so that always confused me.
Yeah, that's right. They didn't have I don't think they had like an animation made for that one in particular.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So doing like oops, did not quite get it. I was trying to go for a sub-pixel manipulation to clip inside that slope there. I'll try to do that again. I didn't get a jump that time. So I'm going to the far end of the screen just to reset my sub-pixels. There we go, now we got it this time. Now will I zip? There we go.
Yeah, this is one of those really tall levels, right?
This one, actually, no. Act 2 is.
Act
This
2,
one,
gotcha.
yeah, this one is still a pretty big level, but it doesn't loop infinitely vertically. But we will be seeing that in Syndopolis too.
Oh, he's behind the pyramid. Wow.
Yeah. I'll put it back to normal in just a moment. Just got to bring out the boss here. So this guy right here, this is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He is very slow, and we got to wait for him. So there's really not much to do to expedite this boss. Even if you try to go to the other side of him and push him towards this, it's still very slow because he has to like get back up, bring out the head, get hit again, rinse and repeat. So in this case, we just got to stand right here and just kind of lure him toward the quicksand. And since I touched the quicksand there, I am now in the foreground. Oops. So yeah, for whatever reason, if you end up touching that quicksand, it'll just bring you back into the foreground. I wanted to go for a fire shield there, but because the fire shield is actually faster for Syndopolis 2, but the backup is a lightning shield, so which isn't like too much of a time loss, but there's actually some interesting strats that we can do with that.
Nice.
Okay, we didn't get this cycle here, so this is on a I think it's a global cycle, I believe. So since it did take us a bit longer to get through Syndopolis 1, so we had a bad cycle there. So all right, let's get this lightning shield. Let's try to do something fun here. Let's go up here. Let's do the screen wrap, but we're not going to hit the capsule because that's what releases the ghosts. We're going to see if we can beat this level without bringing out the ghosts.
But Halloween is so close.
That is true.
Next week. Next Friday.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty quickly. So pretty much what I did there is I did not bring out the ghosts, but if I end up touching a checkpoint, that will bring them out. Because the game checks to see if the capsule has been broken once we touch the checkpoint. So since we're not touching any checkpoints right now, the game is like, oh, you know, there's supposed to be something here, but we don't know what it is. So essentially we're just kind of, you know, getting this cool dark looking scenery here with the purple.
Well, those ghosts when it's purple, they get pretty scary looking.
They do. And like, you know, once the horns come out and they just start charging
Ooh.
after you, that's
Yeah,
where it gets scary.
And you can kind of swipe them away, but they just keep coming. They do not like you.
Yep. It's just infinite with them until you like bring the lights back up. Okay, so we're gonna turn hyper here, but I'm gonna do my best not to use the air dash so much. Oh, I touched the checkpoint, so now they're back.
Uh-oh. We were just talking about them. Looks like they're riding down the slide with you.
It does look like that, huh? So they actually have an interesting name. These are actually called Hyodoro. I learned about this from one of the other Sonic runners, and that's when they mentioned like, oh yeah, these guys have a name. So that's what they're called, Hyodoro. Also, glorious music here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that boss also can take a while.
Yeah, it's actually a lot tougher with Knuckles because the boss moves faster and Knuckles has a shorter jump height, so he can't actually get up there pretty quickly because of the spikes that are in the way.
Yeah, I did Knuckles' like route on a dance pad, and I had a hard time on Act 2 there, that boss. It took me quite a while.
Honestly, I give you big props for doing that on a dance pad. I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Also, I think this is my favorite music in Sonic and Knuckles for sure.
Yeah, this one's really good. Like in the Sonic community, we have a joke of calling this lava beef because
Oh yeah.
yeah, Argic misspelled his split names, so now we just call this lava beef. And then I came up with a thing where like the ground here, it kind of looks like diced potatoes, and then like the steps, like those brown steps, they kind of look like I don't know, maybe diced up steak or something. And then like the lava is kind of like some sort of maybe there could be like some hot steak sauce or something like that.
Like A1
So yeah,
sauce.
this is pretty much yeah, the A1 sauce, but like very spicy. I don't know if
Ooh.
they actually have those, but
Hard to say. We A1 sauce lasts quite a while in our house, so we just kind of pick it up from the shelf without looking at anything else. So
there you go. All right, normally I would be hypersonic for this fight, but I took damage because I lost a fire shield really early. So we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is fine. I mean, it's not that much of a problem because we have the Insta Shield, which is something we haven't really mentioned yet. The Insta Shield, for the longest time, we thought it was the most pointless move in the game, but it turns out it is very overpowered. The reason being for that is once you see like the sonar design, it makes Sonic's hitbox bigger and it protects him from damage for a few frames if done correctly. And we got monitor clip because of course.
was that intended or no?
That is intended actually. This is probably one of the hardest tricks in the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah, let's see, I gotta count the IGT here. 6, 7, and then move. Oh, I moved too early. I was supposed to move at 7 and I think 7 3/4. I did that a little too early. So what that would have done was it would have taken me to the end of the stage. But since I failed it, we get to see this stage in its entirety. So that's like about a little over a minute that we're losing here. But yeah, it is actually one of the...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, I just said now you get to see all the pretty ice cubes in the back.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, that's what it reminds me of. I'm trying to think of something food related for that, but the first thing I always thought of was just ice.
Actually, I can kind of see that. Oh, blueberries. Yeah, that works too. Yeah, I like blueberries. Oh, normally that damage boost would take me to the right. It took me to the left for that one. Oh, that's okay. All right, so now we're going to try to squeeze into this gap here. There we go. I'm going to go down this route. And yeah, we're not going to be turning hyper here, but it's just nice to be able to grab that big ring because normally in a regular 80% run, we would have to be careful not to enter that big ring because this is the route we have to take. So,
well, what's really great about the big rings after you get a supersonic or hypersonic is that it automatically gives you 50 rings. Exactly.
So now we're trying to get a stair clip here. There we go. And we're in Knuckles' area because he doesn't fight the very long auto-scroller boss. And here we are in Hidden Palace. Yeah, so that saves like... With monitor clip, that would have saved about 3.5 minutes or so.
Oh, wow.
It's a
I
big
will
time
s-
save.
I will say, Lava Reef Act 2, that boss is actually really cool, but yeah, it takes quite a while.
Yeah, because there's no other way to damage him because he has like spikes on top of the ship there, and then it's just not a good time. But in glitchless, obviously we have to fight that boss, but
Right.
just gotta wait it out.
And we just had a nice little brawl with Knuckles here.
Yep. Now he's trying to play his air guitar for Dr. Robotnik. They're telling him to put down the giant ring pop, but he's not going to be doing that. So he tries to go after him, grabs onto the giant ring pop, but then Knuckles gets electrocuted here, in which we see the skeletal anatomy of an echidna, in which the back of his head is shaped like a butt.
Oh god.
Yeah, I
With,
see
uh,
that.
With him shaking his fist in this in the air, I always just think about that newspaper clip of Abe Simpson with the old man yells at Cloud.
Oh, yeah. That works for this one too, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's Hidden Palace. That's really not much. Just pretty much bring Knuckles back to his senses. But, you know, he's still wearing yellow socks. He hasn't learned quite yet. But
He dyes them green later. It'll be good.
yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, so once he jumps here, gonna do another spin dash. So this will allow me to catch the cycle for this right here. Otherwise, I would have to wait for it to come back down. Okay, so we're gonna grab this lightning shield. And then this is the infinitely vertical level. So we're technically at the bottom of the stage, and now we're at the top of it. And this will take us to Mecha Sonic. Oops, we're gonna take the scenic route here. Yeah, normally the game would want you to fight like two other Mecha Sonics here, like the Sonic 1 boss and the Sonic 2 boss. But here we're just gonna fight him in this spot. This is pure RNG, by the way, so I'm not gonna know what his movements are gonna be. So I'm just hoping and praying that I actually get the proper one, which I kind of did. It's not bad with that pattern, but essentially you don't want him to be dashing from one side to another like that. So. All right, now we're back heading into our final zone, technically. Off to Death Egg.
This music's pretty good too, but I still have the soft spot for Lava Beef.
That is totally fair. I actually like this one because I like how the bass sounds in it. Same with Act 2. I like that one as well. And that's like the one thing about Sonic games that I guess like there are some other games that follow this trend as well. Like whenever it gets to the end game area, the music is always like, you know, pumping, it's intense, like really epic, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so I think like the composers for the games like really did a great job, like really making it feel like the end game is near. Also, a fun fact here: if I'm upside down and I try to roll where that door is, that actually creates a crush, so you can actually lose a life that way.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So you try not to like roll upside down there, just to kind of prevent that from happening. Because I did that mistake plenty of times, and it was not good. I'll end up losing a ton of time there.
Oh no.
All right, we're gonna turn Titan Hyper here. And this is Red Eye, probably one of the most annoying boss fights in the game. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
two-phase boss fight, but with Hyper, it's no problem.
Yeah, you don't even
There we-
have to like jump if you don't want to with certain like enemies and bosses. You can just kind of stand there, but
Mhm.
definitely faster to do it the way you did.
Yeah. Okay, so in Hydro City 2, I did get crushed intentionally. In this one, we're gonna touch spikes intentionally, and the reason being is we are unloading Act 1 from Act 2 because we're gonna be going for a level wrap here. And if I didn't do that, then I would end up getting soft locked. So these are like the two instances that we have to do that. All right, so now we're gonna try to go for a level wrap while we're upside down. So this is definitely the hardest strat of the game. So I get the ball here, and I'm gonna clip inside the wall. And this is, I believe, is a 2-frame window to get this jump. Okay, first try.
Nice.
Yeah. And the way to tell is like the rings, it's like lined up with that beam there. That's when you know that you got the level up correctly. There is also like 1 frame early, 1 frame late. At that point, you just have to restart the level. And here we have Uwu Bull. You don't want to make fun of his movies, or he'll try to fight you. Yeah, we
Now-
just.
So with this boss, it doesn't matter if you turn into super or hyper or anything like that, because that little bumper will always be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that can be a pain, but you're doing great.
Yeah, so what we got to do here is like we stay upside down this whole time, and we just kind of spin dash into those tiny cars. If we actually miss one of those, it makes the cycle a lot worse, and it's a very difficult fight after that.
Well, first try level wrap and first try boss. And now here's your final boss.
Yep, this is the final boss in the regular any percent run, but since we are doing all emeralds, we get to have something extra, which we will see in just a moment. But first things first, the end of the stage here, there's 2 blocks at the end on the right side. There is no collision there, so we can actually fall into the pit. So we want to be careful here, but there is a good reason why I did that, for this phase in particular, so don't blink for this one, chat. That's how you beat phase 2.
Wow.
And then the final phase, so we're kind of like in the air right now. We'll just kind of roll into them and then get some hits here.
Get the ring pop.
Yeah, we got to get a ring pop back. All right, so that is the end of Death Egg, but we're heading into Doomsday now.
And this is a Sonic exclusive level, so Tails can't get here, Knuckles can't, even if you get their hyper forms and all that. This is Sonic exclusive.
There is one way you can bring Tails and Knuckles in here, but it involves the level select code and debug mode, which obviously are not allowed in the speedrun, so there's like no physical way of getting either of those characters in this level. So yeah, we get to see this with Sonic only, and let's see, I want to have like a good amount of rings here. Yeah, 93 is good, then I can just stay on the bottom here and just keep dashing. So yeah,
when
with
those
the
missiles-
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when those missiles hit you, it kind of gets you far back, and then it kind of puts you in a loop that makes you miss rings, and it can be a pain.
Yeah, because you don't have any control until like Sonic gets back to normal from getting hit by the missile. So, and then like the asteroids as well, like they kind of slow you down a little bit too. So, but they're kind of like all in the way. But essentially, you want to grab at least 80 rings up to this point, and then you should be able to get through everything else here. Also, keep getting shot. There we go. So yeah, that's phase 1. And you actually move faster by pushing the A, B, and C buttons. So like, yeah, Sonic gets like more speed while he's in the air. And this is phase 2. So we got 8 more hits to go, and then time will be on fade out. 3, 4, 6. Oh, almost got hit by the missile there. All right, we got 1 more hit.
Nice.
And that's time.
GG's! Big claps all around, folks.
There we go.
And we got the ring pop back. Hooray!
Got the ring pop, got Tails with us. And yeah, this was a pretty good run actually. What do we get on our time there?
102.41.
I'll take it, especially after
Yeah.
the mess ups that I had in launch base and then messing up the monitor clip afterwards, but I'll gladly
No.
take this.
No, that was a great run. That was awesome.
Yeah, huge thank you for being here for this. And yeah, because like right when I saw that I got in the schedule, I was like, I gotta ask Mar if she can commentate this with me.
No, thank you so much for asking. I love this game so much, and the speed runs are even great. And you know, you're a great friend, and I love watching your runs. So yeah, thank you for having me.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, huge thank you to Breaking the Habit folks as well for having me do this. I think I've been in every single one so far for call. But yeah, and I think I've done all Sonic runs, I think, too. So this is pretty cool. But yeah, keep on donating. Thank you, chat, for watching as well. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. Stay tuned for the next run, which I believe is Sonic Generations, right?
Let's see.
It looks like on the schedule that it's actually 10,000 bullets.
Yeah, there was a
Maybe
change of plans with the next
Oh.
run, so we're gonna move over to 10,000 bullets instead.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, definitely check that out. And yeah, huge shout outs to the Classic Sonic community. You can find me on twitch.tv/supersonic_. I do a lot of Sonic speedruns. I'm kind of dabbling into the variety things now lately because, I'm slowly giving speedrunning kind of a backseat a little bit. So just trying out some other things. And yeah, definitely check me out if you like that kind of stuff. And yeah, Mario, if you want to say anything, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, sure. You can find me at twitch.tv/Morphoria. I mainly do Resident Evil speedruns, but I keep telling SuperSonic here I want to go back to this run just because, I like doing variety stuff too. I love doing variety speedruns and stuff. So if this year isn't the year, probably next year. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let y'all know.
How about this? Next year, you come back to Sonic, and I'll go to Resident Evil.
There we go. Perfect.
Well, let's try to make it happen next year. But yeah, anyways, that's it for us, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll throw it back to the host.